If the asteroid had not hit 65 million years ago, what kind of world would we be living in? Pause for a moment, look up at the sky, and imagine 65 million years ago, that asteroid missed the Earth. There was no massive explosion, no ashes covering the sky, and no extinction of the dinosaurs. So what kind of world would we be living in today? Now, we set aside all the history we know and step into an entirely different world. Dinosaurs did not go extinct, they live alongside us. That moment of impact never happened, and the dinosaurs survived. Evolution continued. Species diversified. Some became smaller, others grew even larger, and millions of years later, we humans appeared. But this time, the world did not belong to us. While we were building cities, they were still here. In the forests, on the plains, along mountain slopes, and over time, not only in the wild, but right on the edges of cities, they began to live. Dinosaurs would roam through cities and disrupt human life and daily routines. Think about the chaos we experience in traffic today. Now imagine that, but with a 10-meter-tall T-Rex crossing the road. Strange, isn't it? Or imagine a herd of dinosaurs descending on the outskirts of a city. Electricity would probably go out, transportation would come to a halt, fields would be destroyed overnight, people wouldn't be able to leave their homes, just like the aftermath of an earthquake. Humanity would be forced to protect itself. People would have to build massive walls and live behind them for protection. Today's apartment buildings, residential complexes, and security fences. All of these would be replaced by enormous stone and steel fortifications stretching for kilometers. Cities wouldn't be open. They would function like sealed fortresses. Each city would become surrounded by high watchtowers with controlled entrances and constantly guarded living areas. And of course, there would be defensive systems on the walls and within the settlements. Giant spears, explosive traps, electric barriers, automated defense systems. There would be only one goal: survival. Human technology wouldn't evolve for comfort, as it does today, but entirely for defense. Weapons technology might even surpass space technology. Nature would not be a playground, but a death zone. Today we go camping, hiking in the woods, and on safari. But in that world, stepping into nature wouldn't be a hobby. It would be a life-threatening risk. The forest wouldn't be a place to visit, but a restricted zone. The sea, not a vacation area, but a fearsome realm ruled by giant marine reptiles. The sky, filled not only with birds, but with massive flying predators. Even air travel might require armed escorts. Humans would not be the owners of the world, only guests. Today, we see ourselves at the top of the world. We believe we rule everything. But if that asteroid had not struck, humans wouldn't be at the top of the food chain, but merely intelligent prey. History books would write not about kings, but about commanders who defended cities from dinosaur invasions. Wars wouldn't be between nations, but between humanity and the true rulers of nature. Perhaps, instead of bedtime stories about lions, we would tell children tales of those who once stepped outside the walls and never returned. Could dinosaurs be domesticated? This is one of the most intriguing questions. Maybe small species could be domesticated. They could be used for transportation, carrying goods, or farming. But giant predators? they could never be fully controlled. There would always be one truth that nature reminds us of: this planet is not yours. Or perhaps the extraordinary human mind would invent a device or a drug to tame them completely. As humans, we usually fear natural disasters. But if that asteroid had not hit, maybe the first thing we would check every morning would be, are the walls still standing today? Yes, yes, that's what it would be. And sleeping with that thought would be quite difficult. And now I ask you a question. Was that asteroid truly a disaster? Or was it the greatest stroke of luck that opened the way for humanity? If it hadn't hit, could we have built a civilization like this today? Or would we still be living in fear behind walls? That terrifying explosion 65 million years ago may have been the greatest destruction in Earth's history. Millions of living beings disappeared. An era ended. But that same explosion opened the door to another age. The streets we walk safely today, the cities we build with ease, the journeys we take freely. Maybe all of them are the result of that single moment. Because if that asteroid had not struck, maybe today we would still be living behind walls, listening for a roar from outside. And sometimes a person realizes extinction can open the door to another form of life. Some explosions can actually bring happiness. The thing that destroyed the world may have created humanity. The thing that created us